Welcome to our fourth quarter carrier update series, where in every episode, I sit down with a different insurance company representative and ask them what you can expect during the upcoming renewal season. In this series, you'll get product updates directly from the carriers, like what do the new plan designs look like, or is there a network option that you need to be aware of, or what plan designs offer the most savings potential for your prospects and your clients, or what tools and resources does the insurance company make available to you in all those efforts. At the end of the day, we want you to win more business and retain your clients during a busy renewal season. So tune in, buckle up, and enjoy the show. Well, hello and welcome back to another installment of fourth quarter updates. My name is Jason Powers with Legacy Brokers, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to Alex Adams from CIGNA. She is our new business manager for cases from 25 lives all the way up to 500, Alex, is that right?
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the party here. As you know, 2020 has been an interesting year so far. Agents and brokers out there in the industry are in this virtual environment where they may not be actually visiting with employers in person. A lot of them are holding virtual open enrollment here this season. So I know CIGNA's got some great resources. We'll talk about those, and you can give us a little bit of update on what's going on with CIGNA. So welcome.
Absolutely, that sounds good.
Get started here. So tell us a little bit about what's going on at CIGNA and what brokers can expect here in 2020.
Yeah, no, thanks for the introduction, Jason. So just to kind of, piggyback off of your comment on how 2020 has been a crazy year, with COVID and everything else, we do have a lot that we can tailor, towards groups to really help them through implementation, through enrollment, helping them make sure they elect the right plan and benefit for themselves and their families. We're constantly innovating and coming up with new capabilities and offerings for our clients and new customers. One of the new cool processes that we rolled out actually this year is called our virtual benefits education. And this is actually really more convenient than in-person enrollment meetings. It's really a customized site to each specific group that we get, that moves to CIGNA. And it really explains their benefits in a very user-friendly manner. It's very easy to comprehend and understand, because I know benefits and insurance in general can get, pretty confusing, especially to those who aren't too familiar with it. And so this is really convenient, like I was saying, in terms of you can access this through anything rather than having to be somewhere in person, and just helps you make sure that you choose and elect in the right plan that's best fit for you.
And that's custom. I'm sorry, that's custom for every client, right? That's not it's not a secure portal that they've got to log into, or is it? I mean, is this is custom built for every group that comes on board?
Yep, we built it custom to that specific client. So if we were going to be covering the Kansas City Chiefs, it would be a specific site designated to the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's great. I think brokers will I think if they're not moving in that general direction with clients, especially the kind of clients that I know that Legacy has with CIGNA, we've got level funded and graded funded clients that a lot of times, product education is the key. And so to have some portal like that's customizable, that's fantastic. I know our experience with CIGNA is such that your implementation team is bar none one of the best in the industry. To once the case is sold, to have an implementation team kind of pick up the ball after we get it across the finish line and actually get it to install and get it to active status. What I like about CIGNA's implementation process is that it starts with that implementation call. What is? I'm assuming that's probably the implementation team staff is prepped and ready to go for the crazy season as we enter renewals.
Oh,
January renewals, yeah.
absolutely. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for highlighting that, Jason, because we certainly are proud of our implementation team and process. And, that's something that we really do pride ourselves on. No matter the size of the group, we have that implementation call. And it just really, allows the client to meet their dedicated local client service team that'll be, helping service them throughout the whole time they are with CIGNA, which is very helpful, for any enrollment questions, service question, claim question, whatever it may be that comes up, and just really making sure that transition over, from the prior carrier over to us is very seamless and smooth and, very non-disruptive, because I know that's what everyone wants to avoid, especially during these times.
Absolutely. So this other feature that we were talking about earlier, and I had seen some communication on it. We haven't really had any clients take advantage of it, but you were telling me this One Guide is CIGNA's new concierge service. How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So One Guide is what we like to call kind of our concierge customer service model.
Mm-hmm.
And so what this is it really is a guide for all of our customers to use. It's included in all of our quotes going forward. And it really is so helpful in the sense of, it's kind of that omni-channel approach. So if someone would prefer to talk with a One Guide coach, they can call that number and actually speak with, another human being on the other end of the line versus just some recording. And also, to go on top of that, there's also a chat feature, which I actually was just telling Jason I used the other day over just some, basic question I had. I was asking when my incentive dollars were going to show up in my HSA account, and a One Guide coach on the other end of the line, messaged me back in about less than a minute. And so it was super convenient. I was just on the My CIGNA app on my phone, and, I got what I needed in basically 30 seconds.
Wow.
So I think that we really, like I was saying, pride ourselves on this as well. Whether it's something that simple or a situation where, a customer's in an emergency or just in a high stress scenario where they don't know if it'd be better to go to the ER or urgent care. It really helps guide you in the right direction and where to take, where to take action.
Sure. And that's all integrated into the My CIGNA app. So it's not a separate website or a separate portal they have to access. It's all part of their member benefits. And that applies both on the level funded, the graded funded, and then the fully insured side as well, right?
Yep. On all of our products, it's included.
That's great. So obviously, with fourth quarter coming in, we've got carriers that are all jockeying for position and attention from brokers. What incentives do we have for brokers coming up here in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, so we've got a few different things. So for one, we actually can provide spot bonuses on occasion, which is, case dependent and size dependent as well. Usually it's on like a per member basis, but that's definitely something that we can consider and want to make sure that, you and all your brokers are aware of. But also I would say, technical program that we have for CIGNA is our producer incentive program. So you would be qualified for what we call PIP.
Yeah.
You would be qualified for it if you sell 3 new accounts and 250 net new medical employees. So both of those have to hit, both the 3 and the 250. But that would get you into the program and I can, send Jason over a brochure that's detailing out, just the program in much further detail than I could fit on this slide.
Sure.
But there's also a retention piece as well, which you can kind of see on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And besides, I'm sorry, Jason, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the other piece that I know you guys have out there, the for the employer, there's incentives for employers to sign up with CIGNA. Is it admin fee credits and transition relief credits that you got here on the screen? Tell us about those.
Yeah, absolutely. So admin fee credits are essentially used for self-funded groups. And that is when we basically provide an admin fee credit. So that takes costs off of their admin fee costs.
Sure.
So, let's say we offer a $2,000 admin fee credit and say, the first 2 months are worth $2,000 of admin costs. We would essentially take care of that. So it's just essentially adding an extra credit to help show some additional savings in that first year.
Well,
and a transitional
go ahead.
And a transitional relief credit is for fully insured accounts. So another credit, very similar to admin fee, although how we like to position this is it's kind of just that that offer that we are able to provide to kind of offset the burden of changing carriers. So help with any costs that may come up with that disruption or with that change. And just knowing that, it does take a little bit of work to do so. So we like to provide that credit on fully insured cases.
Well, and I know that CIGNA also offers a wellness fund. Depending on the case and depending on the scenario, we've had situations where an employer was really keen on offering some sort of wellness incentive. They didn't want to just buy the carrier's wellness program. They had something internally that they were managing. And CIGNA's been fantastic about establishing the fund, putting the dollars aside for that employer, and really giving them access to use it carte blanche across the board for their kind of whatever kind of wellness incentive they want to build for their employees. Obviously, it has to be wellness. It can't be used for other purposes. But I know that's been another really flexible and customizable feature and incentive that CIGNA offers on the group side. As far as cross-selling opportunities, I know that there's CIGNA's got great ancillary products. I see a discount for medical if the dental sales. Is there a structure to that program, or is it just kind of across the board on every case?
So generally for our integration credit, we will, and there's also some, I want to say it's a 0.5%, or it's also, a little bit different for case by case in regard to life and disability. And I know there's some changes going on with them, moving to New York Life. But in regard to dental, it's pretty much anytime dental sells with medical, we will add a 1% discount off of our medical rates. Wow. So, and that can really make a difference depending on the size and what they're looking for.
Absolutely. That's a percentage versus a PEPM. I think we've seen some other programs that offer a flat dollar amount, but to have a percentage off the medical rates that's terrific. So let's see, we got network updates. What's going on with the network?
So we, have an extremely broad network all across the country. We have also have some narrow network options, one of which is called SureFit. And, when you're talking here locally in Kansas City, SureFit actually includes and has a great, contract with HCA, North Kansas City Hospital, Children's Mercy, and many more. And this SureFit option can actually provide up to a 10 to 12% discount when comparing to our OAP network, which is our broadest network that we offer. So
Wow.
that's a really great option for, dependent on what the specific group is looking for, on what kind of funding arrangement they have and so forth. But just in regards to our overall network, it's extremely great access all over the country. Cigna is a very well-known name, and I know that that's something that, we really like to make sure you're aware of.
For sure. So we know we can do cases. We said 25 to 500. It looks like from an underwriting perspective, you guys are GRX. We're not. We don't have to worry about doing applications. That GRX underwriting is pretty simple. It's name, date of birth, gender, zip code of every enrollee, employee, spouse, independent. But once we have all that information, you guys take care of the GRX underwriting piece. We would just census enroll a case once it's sold. What kind of stuff do we need to look out for? You as far as industry, I think we were talking. There's not really a preferred industry, but there's things we can and can't do. I know we can do non-ERISA groups. Cigna is one of our prime choices when it comes to municipalities, churches, schools, counties. What were you telling me? You can't do 1099s. Outside of that, is there any other things we should look out for?
Yeah, so like you were saying, I mean, there's nothing that we really, we're not nitpicky about what kind of groups we get in. We'd love to take a look at anything, in regard to nonprofit, even those kind of groups that I know some carriers may not be able to look at. And really our couple things that we do enforce is, 50% participation at minimum. The group size has to be close to 25. It can be, borderline, 22, 23 range. We can make exceptions, but like Jason was saying, we unfortunately can't cover 1099 employees. They do have to be W-2, but other than that, we really, I would say we can cover a very broad range of industries, types of groups, sizes, etc.
Yeah, and I know in our experience with Cigna, it's always been, really easy to kind of mess around with the benefits a little bit and customize that benefit schedule to match up as best as possible to what they may be replacing. So that's always been really good for our process. You certainly don't have a cookie cutter plan design. You've got the ability to customize. Well, there's a lot to kind of soak in, and I know brokers are heading out into one of the craziest times of the year, and this will be an even crazier one with everything that's going on with COVID. Any last words of advice for brokers as they head out into the busy season?
Yeah, so just a couple things, like I was telling you, Jason, feel free to send anything in. We'd love to take a look at it, even if it doesn't look like the best opportunity. We'd love to at least review it and see what we can do. And then on top of that, just trying to urge employers to make decisions early and just, start marketing groups early as well. It definitely takes stress off of both you as the broker and the groups, whether that be HR or leadership, to just get renewals locked down or a carrier change quickly, because then it just takes that extra item off your plate. But certainly Cigna is really great and awesome about taking care of you, even if it is a last minute decision. I was just telling Jason about how we had a client for 9/1 just about 2 days before decide they wanted to go with us, and we make it smooth and seamless like we would if it was a month before that we found out. So definitely, we'll make it work, and we'll take great care of your clients for you. But I would say those are my biggest pieces of advice.
Awesome. Well, Alex, I really do. I appreciate you being with us today. I know the brokers out there watching got some great insight into what's coming down the pike with Cigna, and certainly have tools and resources available as they enter that busy season. So thank you so much again. I will see you on the other side.
Well, that sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Jason. It was a pleasure talking with you.
All right. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode in our fourth quarter carrier update series. Be sure to check out all the episodes on our website at www.legacybrokerskc.com and follow us on LinkedIn to join in the conversation. And let us help you with your fourth quarter cases. Whether you have a tough renewal that you need help with or you have a new prospect, we shop the entire market to get the most competitive rates available for you every single year. Let our expertise in self-funded group health plans be your competitive advantage. We provide an entire suite of back office support services for agents, from quoting to case install and renewal support. We have your back every step of the way, always here to help agents just like you when you need us. So, send us your RFP today. See for yourself.